Hello financial fans, Friday, July 8th of 2022, and my portfolio today was up 0.07%, a tiny bit there, and that was enough to beat the S&P 500, which was down 0.08%. The Dow Jones was down 0.14%, so I beat the Dow Jones, but NASDAQ was up 0.12%. I was up only 0.07%, so looks like NASDAQ beat me and I beat the other indexes. And index-wise for the year to date, I am still ahead of the S&P 500, but I think they're gaining on me. I'm down now 13.19% on my portfolio for the year to date, half a year gone by. And the S&P 500 is down 18.6%. So I'm still ahead of the S&P 500, but in the real world my portfolio is down for the year, and down a lot. So this is a good time to look at why you don't want to listen to people who are on YouTube like myself when it comes to talking about stocks. Maybe I'll be right sometimes, maybe I'll be wrong. Now, I am ahead of the S&P 500, but that doesn't mean much when I'm behind from where I started the year 2022. And with that in mind, I will tell you that there are some stocks that are looking pretty good where they are. And two of these stocks that I'm going to mention I own. I own General Motors and I own Exxon Mobil. And General Motors is behind quite a bit, and ExxonMobil is up a little bit in my portfolio, and ExxonMobil also has a good dividend. I'm not doing anything right now, not buying, not selling. I'm waiting, and I'm actually looking forward to 2024. That's when I think the iceberg will melt and things will start happening again that make a teensy-weensy bit of sense. And I'm talking about Washington, D.C., and I'm also just talking about the world in general. It seems to be having a messy trip through the muddy sands of time that we call 2022. There's so much nonsense going on around the world, but the market will go back up. It always does. At least I assume it will. Maybe it won't. We'll have to wait and see. And I found some stocks here that have good numbers. And I'm going to begin with General Motors. And General Motors closed down today on Friday. It was down over 1%, but after hours it's up 13 cents, which is 0.4%. Almost half a percent is the direction of movement upwards for General Motors stock after hours. And we look at the column on the left, 2/3 of the way down, 52-week range for General Motors. $30.33 was the low, so it's very close to the low right now. $67.21 was the high. So this might be a time to start buying into General Motors and hope it goes back up to where it once was, back up to its past glory. The average volume, the column on the left almost all the way down at the bottom, average volume, 17 million shares trade every day, and I do own this stock. It is down for me, but we will see what the future holds because these numbers look pretty good right now. In fact, at the bottom of that column on the left, we see the word undervalued. Now, these are the experts at Yahoo. Yahoo has great financial pages. I highly recommend going to Yahoo Finance if you want to analyze a stock and get some numbers and see what's happening with any particular company. Middle column, third item down, PE ratio 5.14. I like that. That's a very low number, and low is good for the PE. For dividend and yield, no dividend. 1 year target though, that looks pretty nice, doesn't it? $57.07 is what we might expect as we look forward to the future 1 year out. Like that train is tooting its horn for the future. The next stock we look at, Honda Motors Company, HMC is the symbol. By the way, the symbol for General Motors was GM. Honda Motor Company is HMC. And we look at the column on the left, 2/3 of the way down, 52-week range, $23.21 was the low, and it again is near its low. $33.42 was the high for the past 52 weeks for Honda Motor Company. So this one also looks like there might be a time to start nibbling away at these low prices. The average volume, 1,322,000 shares trade every day, and this stock is considered to be near fair value. Middle column, PE ratio 7.97 is the PE ratio. And the dividend and yield, that's pretty nice there, 5.8, almost 6% you get for holding on to this stock while you wait for it to return to its higher numbers that it once enjoyed. And the 1-year target, $30.64. That would be nice if that happens for Honda Motors. Now we look at Webster Financial Corporation. Financial stocks could have some good earnings results this year. WBS is Webster Financial's symbol. And the 52-week range, $40.72. Again, we're near the low. The high for the past 52 weeks was $65 even. And the average volume, 1,150,000 shares, and this stock is considered near fair value. PE ratio, 14, higher than I like, but still well below the average for the S&P 500 stocks. The forward dividend and yield, 3 3/4% there, 3.74%. The 1-year target for WBS, $66.44. So that would be a nice move upward if that should happen in a year. A lot of things can happen. Exxon Mobil Corporation, XOM is a symbol. I do own it, and it is up for me since I bought it, plus it pays a nice dividend, as we shall see. $86.08 per share was the closing price on Friday, and it went down a little bit after hours, went down 2 pennies. The 52-week range, $52.10 to $105.57. So it's somewhere in the middle there. Just about anything could happen. ExxonMobil, of course, is in the oil sector, and there's a lot could happen, especially dependent upon political moves in the Senate and the House in 22 and then later 2024 when a presidential candidate is named. The oil sector is going to be talked about a lot. The volume, the average volume, 30 million shares of XOM trade every day, and this stock is considered by the experts to be overvalued. The experts think this stock will go down before it goes up. The PE ratio, third item down, middle column, 14.28, which seems high, but I think oil might find some high PE ratios that turn out to be profitable. Forward dividend, 4%, 4.1% you get for holding on to it, and 1-year target, $102.28. So that looks pretty good, and I thank you very much for watching.